Welcome back. We are live in Los Angeles with Kevin and Kalyana on Good Morning LaLa Land. Hashtag relationship goals.
Right?
Look at you two.
Just look at it.
Look at
it's
them.
incredible.
Oh my gosh. So not only have you been around the world with Greyscapes, you've got some incredible projects happening right now. What are you working on?
Well, we have been really blessed because now we are in pre-production on 4 new shows. The first is Follow Me, which you just saw a promo of that. We travel around the world to the most epic destinations you could possibly imagine, from Bora Bora to Abu Dhabi, Dubai, even Bali, Morocco, and we're going to be experiencing it. So it's all about us experiencing the aspects of a samurai battle or underwater submarine experience. And we're going to be having so much fun and actually getting to know the cultures. So it's very conversational, very Anthony Bourdain meets Great Escapes.
Cool.
Bucket List is, similar to what we just did with Great Escapes. We're traveling around the world and experiencing it. It's going to be a little bit less about the resorts and more about us as that luxury travel couple that's just enjoying the property and experiencing what you can do in these amazing places. I mean, we then are moving on to Insta-Famous, which I have been a celebrity fashion photographer my entire career, and now we're having Instagram supermodels, Instagram versus supermodels. So Instagram models that have like say 10 million followers versus real fashion models.
That sounds like drama.
Wow.
It is, and a lot of them are.
Will you just make
crazy.
sure and put the microphone a little more up to your?
Yeah,
I
we
just
wanna
wanna make
hear
sure
you.
everyone's hearing you. Okay.
People are like living vicariously through you guys, by the way. I mean, it looks like you are having the most incredible time, but doing it successfully as a couple. How do you maintain such a successful partnership and relationship?
Well, the cool thing about us is that we aren't actors. We are an actual married couple, and we hope that people viewing it gets the same sense of being in love and being in this wonderful tropical destination and, getting to experience living vicariously through us.
But it's not all glam. I mean, you've done
It's
the
true.
homework. You've done the homework. I mean, we mentioned something like about that MBTI personalities and the love languages. Tell us about that.
Well, I think the biggest thing for us that we've learned, at least, through our dating and our relationships, is that it's all about compatibility. And, everyone, I think, in their earlier years tries to get the hottest person they can get. And then, maybe as you mature, you try to get the person that looks the best on paper. But what I've learned, if anything else, is that the most successful relationships have the most compatibility.
Wow, it's easy to be compatible when you're in the Bahamas on vacation. How did you begin to know we're actually compatible? We're not just having this beautiful, how do you actually know that when you're places like that, destinations that are so beautiful?
Well, anyone's compatible in those destinations. You're absolutely right about that. But before we had the shows, we actually got married, and believe it or not, before I met Kevin, I made a list of the top 10 things that I was looking for in a man that I thought would be the most compatible with me. So, for example, I'm an oldest child, so I wanted a youngest child. I'm a kinesthetic, so I was looking for also a kinesthetic. I wanted him to be exactly 6 inches taller, very specific. So that
You were clear.
yes, I want 6 inches so that when we stand together, I can put my head in his neck. I wanted an artist. I wanted an entrepreneur. And, I literally went around asking all of my friends and everyone that I met, do you have anyone that matches this description? I wasn't going to go on Tinder. I was like, I know exactly what I want in a man.
And he
7
put
billion
that
people
girl
just
on
need
his
one.
list. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's so much more of an evolved version of Weird Science. Did you ever see the movie Weird Science? I'm dating myself.
Yeah.
Basically, the guys had an idea of what they wanted the perfect woman to be, and then it became a disaster, kind of. This is like the perfect opposite of that. Perfect world of that.
So then what happened? We want to know. So how did you actually meet?
Well, I love how supportive you are, because most people that I ask were like, you need to lower your standards, you need to be more open-minded. And I was like, I just need one person out of 7 billion. There's got to be like one person that matches
Absolutely.
this description.
That's right.
Yeah.
Incredible. Wow. So I have to say, I have a question. So, you know, I know we talked about how great traveling is, but I would imagine, as Jasmine mentioned, traveling has to be kind of a test for relationship at times too. So what would you say are the greatest hardships you've experienced in traveling?
Well, you know, we got a taste this early on. And I think that if you really want to see if a relationship's going to be successful or not, go and spend a few weeks traveling with somebody and stuff gets real.
It's a
Okay,
litmus
so
test. Yeah.
within the first couple of months of us dating, I mean, that was very, very new. I went to Milan Fashion Week because I was doing fashion stories in Milan, Rome, and Venice. So I asked her if she wanted to come. So I took her to Milan. And within a couple of months of us dating, I mean, that was very new. So, you know, things get real when you're traveling around, and with me lugging, you know, hundreds of pounds worth of lighting equipment and going to these epic
And surrounded by thousands of beautiful, incredibly talented women.
Definitely. And then I actually got sick while I was there. And I ended up actually contracting some sickness from eating the food there, and ended up in a hospital in the emergency room. And she was there, you know, right by my side the entire time. And it got real. And, you know, and you get tested, but I think traveling especially. When we're doing these travel destinations to Bora Bora, you know, it is 5 to 7 star resorts, but, you know, we're filming for 12 to 16 hours a day. I mean, we're busy. We are working, and we spent about 120 days traveling this last year around the world.
It's incredible. So how do you keep your energy sort of up and positive when you're working that many hours? Yeah, it's a beautiful place, but we've all been to beautiful places and felt like it was hell, right? We've all done that. So how do you
That
do
does
that? How
not
do you?
look like hell, right?
No. But sometimes on the inside it feels like that, even though it looks like that on screen. How do you guys keep the positive energy up?
You know, that's it's something about bringing the right people with you. You know, we have an amazing crew. We're able to enjoy it and actually spend a few days at each location actually just having fun. You know, even stuff that we didn't film, swimming with sharks or going ATV and things like that. We're still going to have fun and really have some down days so you don't get too overwhelmed. But, you know, one of the things I wanted to mention was with MBTI, it really is a pivotal aspect of understanding not only yourself, but also those around you.
MBTI being Myers-Briggs type.
Exactly. Have you guys taken the test? Excellent. And what are you?
INFJ, I think.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Wait, break it down. I don't know what
So
it is.
it's basically a personality assessment that allows you to get clear about what type of personality you are. That's a simple way of saying it, but there are all kinds of different dimensions.
There's Colby. I use Colby a lot.
So it's like, are you introverted, extroverted, or you
yeah.
tend to be more judging, or you tend to be more feeling, thinking versus, so there's all these dimensions, but basically you get a personality type after you take the test, and it kind of tells you what kinds of things you could do or should
These
do.
are the future of dating apps.
Probably,
right?
yeah.
You know, what's interesting about that, the Myers-Briggs test, is that it's been around for 80 years. Over 70 million people have taken the test. So it's in all the major consulting firms, Deloitte, McKinsey, they all use this. So all Fortune 500 companies use this. And what's fascinating about it is there's actually a compatibility chart. So you can actually take the test, takes 10 minutes free, you can look it up online. And then when you discover what you are, you can take the test and you can see how compatible you are with your mate.
So how
you are with
compatible
other friends.
were you two when you took the test?
Well, that's the interesting thing is we actually just took this test about a year ago independently, and we are out of the 16 different types. She is only less than 1% of the population. She's an INTJ, which is 0.8%. And I'm an ENTP, which is approximately 2%. And we, in the compatibility chart, are the #1 most compatible. That you can
Look at
be
you
on the
manifesting.
Relationship goals.
I think this woman looks like she knows what she's doing. Just a little FYI. She's like, I know I'm a goddess, and I know exactly what I deserve.
But she's also the most intelligent person I've ever met. And to me, the intellectual compatibility was vital.
Well, I think I took the romance out of it by making the list. You know, I think I did. My list was exactly an ENTP, whether I knew it or not, in those words. So it was really interesting to have that, scientific validity afterwards.
Wow. So I have to tell you, I'm so happy that you guys are so compatible, just because I love you guys being happy. But I used to work for Deloitte, and I used to run those assessments. And I am glad that you're compatible for that reason as well, because all my Deloitte alum out there are watching. They'd be really freaked out right now if we said, hey, it was the worst test ever. It doesn't work. They're spending millions of dollars. Pushing down the drain. So yes. So for you guys, I know that it's been such a journey, right? And I can imagine that you've accomplished so many things on your bucket list. So what's left?
Right?
Oh, well, we're actually right now filming a feature film. And I ironically star a fashion photographer named Philippe in a new film called Ghost of You. And she stars as a high-powered talent agent. And it's, we're actually in the middle of production right now. So we're kind of doing it in between all of our other shoots. And so that's exciting. We're also getting ready for, I also own the most exclusive high-end photographic workshop series in the world, Photography Workshop Travel and Photography Workshop Series, and we provide elite photographic experiences where we take people around the world. We're doing a lion safari to Tanzania,
Wow.
in the Serengeti, photographing gorillas in Uganda to this October heading to Morocco and photographing in the Sahara, in addition to high-end fashion workshops where we shoot supermodels. So it's a really
So
we have a busy
Instagrammable.
schedule, but it's a lot of fun, and we like to empower others. That's a really important aspect of our mission, is to empower others and give them the opportunity to create the greatest images and video of their lifetime.
Wow, so beautiful. Thank you so much. You guys are so inspirational. I can't believe it. You're giving help for people out there. So go take your test. Get your personality test, right? So where can they find you? What are all the different sites?
Well, you can take a look at photographyworkshopseries.com, photographyworkshoptravel.com. Those are for the photographic expeditions. I want you to definitely check out atreyu.tv. And that you can see promos for upcoming TV shows. And of course, take a look and keep updated on IMDb and see all the cool stuff that we're filming.
Awesome. Anything else before we take out of the segment?
Yeah.
I just want to tell you guys that I am a huge fan of the show. And I think that you're by far the best looking, most beautiful morning show I have ever seen. I mean,
And you're
gorgeous.
proud, so
And no, seriously, I mean, the impeccable dress.
Right.
You guys are, and it's such an intelligent show. It's a show that inspires others, and I love your conversation, manifesting, making people feel good. It's really inspirational, and I'm really excited to see everything that happens with this.
I
So
want to
great.
echo.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I want
Thank
to
you.
echo Kevin's thoughts as well, because it is wonderful to see such positivity on TV. And like you were saying, relationships, it's your circle of influence, that starts your day off right, that, influences everything that you do. So I absolutely love the content, and just keep doing what you're doing.
That's
Thanks
so
for
great.
being
Thanks so much.
part of our Good Morning LaLa Land
Yeah.
community. Stick around. When we come back, we're going to bring Andrea Owen back on set and finalize the little segment.
Right? I'll
Stay
be
tuned.
back.